Welcome everyone. We are discussing basic derivatives. So we have already discussed how to find basic derivative of 10 functions, fundamental results of derivative, product rule and quotient rule. Today through this video, I will discuss how to find derivative of function of function. So what is function of function? We know if y equals to sine ax, then dy by dx equals to a cos ax. This one. So argument is linear. So cos ax into coefficient of x. But if y equals to sine x cube, then this one is not linear. So look, if it is not linear, we can express it in the form of function by composite function. Suppose u equals to x cube. So this is function of x. X cube, it is function of x. So what is y? Y equals to sine x cube equals to sine u equals to g of u, because y is a function of u. Sine u, we are considering this as u. So g of u. So put value of u is fx. So y can be expressed as g of fx. So it is called function of function or composite function. So if argument is not linear, so we can take this equals to u equals to fx. So y equals to sine x cube equals to function of sine, this is u is a function of x, so call it gu. Now what is u equals to fx. So y equals to g of fx, two functions are operated. Y equals to f of fx. So y equals to g of hx, they are called function of function. Argument is also function. So how to find derivative of function? Now I discuss how to find derivative of function. Suppose y equals to sine x cube. So argument is not linear. So let u equals to x cube. So now this one is standard one. So x to the power n. So this is 3x square. Now what is y? Y equals to sine u, because x cube equals to u. So now y is a function of u. U is linear, we can find derivative of sine u with respect to u. So what is dy by du? This is cos u. Now there is a rule called chain rule. So what is chain rule? Chain rule. If y equals to fz and z equals to gx are two differentiable function, then dy by dx, our main aim is to find dy by dz into dz by dx. So this is chain rule. Y equals to fz and z equals to gx are two differentiable function of x, then dy by dx equals to dy by dz into dz by dx. So this is our chain rule. So now y equals to sine x cube. So sine x cube equals to sine u. So this is function of u and u is function of x. So we can use this theory. So our main aim is to find dy by dx. So by chain rule, dy by dx equals to dy by, so we have taken this as u. So dy by du into du by dx. So this diagonal is same. Dy by du into du by dx. Now what is dy by du? So dy by du is cos u. And what is du dx? This is 3x square. Now original variable is x. So put value of u. So 3x square cos x cube. So listen it again. So y equals to sine x cube. This argument is not linear. So let this equals to u. U equals to x cube. So du dx equals to 3x square. So this one is known function x cube and y equals to sine u. Put value of x cube. Now this is function of u. So you can find dy by du. Now y is a function of u. So we have to find dy by dx. So dy by du into du by dx. Here z is replaced by u. So 3x square cos x cube. So this is chain rule. So argument is not linear. So we can consider this as another variable and using chain rule we can find its derivative. Now so if function is like this, sine x cube e to the power x square, so a to the power 3x to the power 4, suppose this one. So now argument is not linear. Here also argument is not linear. Here also argument is not linear. In this case, if you take u, v, w, then it will be lengthy. That is why we can find its derivative by, we always use find derivative by shortcut rule. Shortcut rule is actually, this is chain rule omitting one step. So what is shortcut rule for this one? So y equals to, suppose sine x cube. Shortcut rule. Shortcut rule. This is not, this is actually omission of one step. So if argument is not linear, so to find derivative, what is derivative of sine? So this is cos x cube. Then next step is d dx of x cube. Derivative of the argument. Derivative of sine is cos x cube. If it is not linear, d dx of x cube. So actually this one same. So d dx, what is u? U is x cube. And one step is omitted. Dy by du is cos u, that is x cube. So this one So this comes from chain rule omitting one step. Y equals to sine x cube. So cos x cube into ddx of argument. Now look, if y equals to sine ax, so we know dy by dx equals to cos ax into a. In previous class, I have stated derivative of sine x into coefficient of x. Coefficient of x is a. Actually, derivative of sine x is cos x into ddx of argument. What is derivative of argument? X, this is a. So same step, this one. So sine x cube equals to cos x cube into ddx of x cube. So cos x cube into 3x square. So you can write 3x square cos x. We always follow this one. We do not write it in sequential step. It will be lengthy if there are more than one function. Now this also can be solved by this method. Same method, that is chain rule, by alternative one. Dy by dx. What is the argument? Argument is x cube. So take derivative with respect to argument. Then ddx of argument. ddx of argument. Actually, this one is chain rule without taking any transformation. Because look, dy by du, what is u? U is x cube. Y, what is y? Sin x cube. So d by du, that is sin u is x cube. So y is sin x cube into ddx of what is u? X cube. So actually it is chain rule without taking any transformation. So in this case, you have to take derivative with respect to argument, then ddx of argument. So this is sin x cube and this one is same. So this is cos x cube into 3x square. So first one is by chain rule, putting transformation. Second one, this one is shortcut rule. So omitting one step, cos x cube into ddx of argument. Third one, it is also chain rule without putting any transformation. What is the rule? Take derivative with respect to argument, then ddx of argument. So let us consider one more problem. So suppose y equals to e to the power log sin x, e to the power log sin x. So what is the argument? Argument is log sin x. So by shortcut rule, dy by dx, derivative of e to the power x. So take a simple example first. Suppose e to the power x to the power 4. So argument is x to the power 4. So derivative of e to the power x is e to the power x. So derivative of e to the power x square, e to the power x4 is e to the power x4 into what is the next step? ddx of x to the power 4. So e to the power x4 into 4x cube. You can write it directly. Later we write the result directly. So e to the power x, main function is e to the power x. Derivative of e to the power x is e to the power x. Now x is replaced by x to the power 4. So ddx of x to the power 4 is 4x cube. Next, alternative It is also chain rule dy by dx. What is the argument? X to the power 4. So take derivative with respect to argument. Then ddx of argument. Now this is e to the power x to the power 4. This is 4x cube. So this to be noted. Look, some student write like this one. So ddx of e to the power x4, ddx of x to the power 4. Then they write this one is e to the power x4 and this is 4x cube. This one is wrong. Many students write first one is ddx, second one also ddx. So this is not true. So mind it, this step is important if you use alternative one. If you use this one, so derivative with respect to argument, be careful. This is argument is x to the power 4. So d of derivative with respect to x to the power 4 into function ddx of x to the power 4. Otherwise, you can omit this step. You write derivative of e to the power is e to the power x ddx of x to the power 4. Now, chain rule, this is not true for two functions only. So, suppose if y equals to fu, u equals to gv and v equals to hx. So, three functions. So, this rule, above rule can be extended. Then what is dy by dx? Dy by dx, dy by du into du by dv into dv by dx with respect to x. So, last one must be this one. So, look, diagonals are same. So, this is extension of the above rule. For 4 function, you can also apply it. So, suppose y equals to e to the power sin x cube, e to the power sin x cube. So, let v equals to x cube. So, you can find dv by dx. So, this one is v equals to, let v equals to x cube. So, dv by dx equals to 3x square. Now, u equals to sin x cube equals to sin v. Now, u equals to sin x cube equals to sin v. So, what is du dx? This implies du dx equals to cos of v. Now, what is y? Y equals to e to the power sin x cube. This is u. So, this one is linear. So, what is dy du? Dy du is e to the power u. Now, what is dy by dx? Our main aim is to find dy by dx. So, dy by du into du by dv into dv by dx. Now, what is dy du? So, this is e to the power u. What is du dv? This one is dv, du dv, sin v, du dv. So, this is cos v. What is dv dx? It is 3x square. Then put the value. What is u? U equals to sin x cube. E to the power sin x cube into cos What is V? V is x cube. What is dv dx? This is 3x square. So finally we are getting this answer. But I have already stated, if we follow this rule and if there are more than one function, then it will take time. So that is why we use shortcut rule. So if we solve it by shortcut rule, look, what is our shortcut rule? Y equals to e to the power sine x cube. So main function is exponential function. Derivative of exponential function is exponential function e to the power x cube. Then ddx of argument. Now sine x cube. This one is argument. Now e to the power sine x cube into sine x cube, derivative of x cube, this one is with respect to x. So cos x cube into ddx of x cube. So e to the power sine x cube into cos x cube into 3x square. Look it again. Original function is e to the power sine x cube. So derivative of e to the power x is e to the power x. So e to the power sine x cube, then ddx of this argument. Then derivative of sine x cube, I have already stated this is cos x cube into ddx of x cube. So e to the power sine x cube cos x cube into 3x square. So we can find derivative of function if argument is not linear also by chain rule. So using transformation, using shortcut rule, and also you can solve it by this method. So look, you have to take derivative with respect to this argument, d of sine x cube e to the power sine x cube into ddx of sine x cube. So finally ddx of argument. Now this and this are same. So e to the power x, derivative of e to the power x. Then it is argument is x cube dy dx cube sine x cube into ddx of x cube. So listen again. So d of derivative with respect to sine x cube of e to the power sine x cube equals to cos e to the power sine x cube. Derivative of e to the power x is e to the power x. Now it is with respect to x. So derivative with respect to argument sine x cube into ddx of x cube. So e to the power sine x cube into cos x cube, because this is same, into 3x square. It is also chain rule without putting any transformation. But it will be simple if we use shortcut rule. So we always try to find derivative using shortcut rule. Try to recall, if it is log sine x, so look, by shortcut rule, main function is log, derivative is 1 by sine x into ddx of sine x. So 1 by sine x into cos x, that is cot x. We always use this one. This will be simple. Main function is log. What is derivative of log? 1 by sine. Then mind it, ddx of argument. Argument of log. Argument of log. Now look, If we reverse the function, suppose if y equals to sine log x, base is e. So what is dy by dx? Dy by dx, main function is not log, main function is sine. So derivative is log cos x, then ddx of log x. Main function is sine, so derivative is cos log x, then ddx of argument of sine, that is log x. So cos log x into 1 by x. So now you can find derivative of 10 standard function with any argument. Suppose, look, y equals to e to the power sine root x. Now main function is e to the power x. So dy by dx, derivative of e to the power x is e to the power x. Then ddx of argument of e to the power. So this one. Then e to the power sine root x. Now main function is sine. So cos root x. Mind it, into ddx is of x to the power half. That is root x. Then e to the power sine root x, cos root x into half of x to the power minus half. So you can write this is 1 by 2 root x. So how to find derivative using chain rule? Next, write y equals to log of e to the power root x. Now look, in case of log, you can use derivative of function, that is dy by dx. Derivative of log is 1 by x. So 1 by this into ddx of e to the power root x. So 1 by e to the power root x. So derivative of e to the power x is e to the power x into ddx of root x. So this one cancel. So half of x to the power minus half. Half of x to the power minus half. So using function of function. But I have stated you, in case of log, try to find simplest form, then perform derivative. So look, y is this one. So log of e to the power root x by property of log, x log e. So this is root x. Log e is 1. So what is dy by dx? So half of x to the power half, that is 1 by 2 root x. So this should be noted. You can use chain rule, but if it is log, try to simplify, then perform derivative. So today, through this video, I have discussed chain rule, what is function of function, and how to find derivative of function by chain rule. By using transformation, by using shortcut method, chain rule without using any transformation. So in the next class, I will discuss more problems of function. So thank you for today.